Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Okay, what we're going to be talking about today is what I was told about by quite a few community members, so I looked into it. And this kind of event is horrifying, and this should have never happened. The teacher who was shot, she was critically wounded. She has been identified as 25-year-old Abby Zwerner of Williamsburg, Virginia. She is a graduate of James Madison University, and she was transported to Riverside Regional Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. Okay, now, it is said that she is a great teacher who works very hard. Students love her very much, and they're all very, very sad about what happened. And here's a picture of her. She's extremely beautiful. You could tell she has a very good soul. Now, according to a parent who was interviewed, they said that the teacher, Ms. Werner, screamed at her children to run away after the 6-year-old opened fire, one shot, striking her. It is also reported that, according to a student's grandmother, a student may or may not have been the perpetrator. He brought shiny gold freedom seeds, but in this case they're not freedom seeds. This is so hard to talk about. Yeah. And he brought them to school last week and said that he was thinking about bringing the boomstick. Now, a 6-year-old child shot and wounded an elementary school teacher. Let that sink in. Okay? It occurred in a first-grade classroom at Rich Neck Elementary School in Newport News, and police say that the event took place during an altercation and was not an accident. Okay, as a mom, as a newly appointed grandmom, okay, as an aunt, please, because I can't grasp this, please explain to me, if any of you can, how, why would a 6-year-old child get so upset with his teacher that he felt that he needed to do this, and where, I'm guessing that it was the parents' boomstick, but why? Why was it not kept under lock and key? Oh, the ones that we have, okay, they are kept in a safe away from our 8-year-old, okay? Away from my grandchildren who are 7 and 8. So please, if anyone can be logical, rational, because I am having a very hard time wrapping my head around this. They have not yet determined how the child gained access to this boomstick, because those details are being withheld. Okay, well, it's kind of obvious that it was from, if not the parents, a relative. Okay, maybe a friend's parent. I don't know. This is just extremely hard to even understand. So the teacher, she is suffering from life-threatening injuries. Okay. It was in her abdomen. It has said that there's some improvement with her. No students were injured, thank God. Even the superintendent of the schools, his name is Dr. George Parker. He said that he is in awe and in shock, and he is disheartened. He said, today our students got a lesson in violence and what boomsticks can do to disrupt not only the educational environment, but a family and a community. Now, this 6-year-old, if you can even wrap your head around this part as well, I understand why it happened, but imagine this. He was taken into custody. In their posted statement, Newport News Police did not disclose the gender of the child, perhaps because following public education trends, authorities, they don't want to make any rash assumptions, which, okay, that's a good thing, okay? However, subsequent reports indicate that it was a little boy who did this after he started arguing with the teacher. You want to know what I argue with my 8-year-old over? Picking up his toys after he's done playing. Should I be worried? I don't think so, because we don't allow any kind of... they look at the background, the environment that this child lives in. Is there violence? Domestic or otherwise? He had to have learned this from somewhere. I am not against boomsticks. I'm not. I own them. Okay? But when you've got little ones, you keep them locked up under lock and key. Or you get the ones, the safe that we have with your thumbprint. Okay? My little guy in there, he's only 8 years old, man. You know what he recently become infatuated with? Remember the game on the boardwalks, skee ball? We got him that for Christmas. He loves playing skee ball. He's becoming a champ, he said. I become a champ. Okay. This is... So... I'm thinking about this teacher and her family and what they must be going through. Oh, the students, what they had to endure, what they had to see, experience. They should never, ever, 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 ever see that. Never. Now, the police chief, he evidenced concern about this child. He said, we have been in contact with our Commonwealth's attorney, the local prosecutor, and some other entities to help us best get services for this young man. Now, Virginia law, okay, listen to this, has no provision by which a 6-year-old can be tried as an adult. I don't think that would do any good, in my opinion. His brain is not yet developed enough. I don't even think that he understood what he did. That's why I'm saying they need to look into that family. Maybe he witnessed something. Maybe his dad or parent or grandparent, aunt, uncle said this is how you solve problems. I don't know. I mean, here's something else though. This child cannot even be committed to the custody of the Department of Justice, Juvenile Justice, if convicted. There's no law on the books for that. So there's a parent, okay, her name is Trinisha Brown. She said that about the frightening call she received from her son, who was a student at the school. She said, it shook me up hearing all of those kids crying and going frantic. All they knew was that there was a shooter in the school. They didn't know who, where, what, why, when, you know? Now the child apparently didn't target anyone else. We did not have a situation where someone was going through the school doing this, they said. The school was put on lockdown though, and the superintendent, Mr. Parker, or Dr. Parker I should say, struck notes of helplessness in the face of armed first graders. He said, "I cannot control access to weapons. My teachers cannot control access either." So classes right now, they are suspended. They have been canceled, okay?
Okay, that's the biggest problem in this country. The statistics in the UK for crime is 0. Why is it so bad? Why is there a 7-year-old with a bloody... Come on, think about it. Let's do something. We've got a new governor now. Let's do something. Let's change it. You've got a beautiful country. You've got beautiful people. But what's the problem? That's what I'm pissed off with. I'm only here because my husband's in the military, or otherwise I would not have chosen to come to this country.
Thank you, ma'am.
Be able to get the children, account to them. I'm very proud of that.
And how are you going to take, because I know it's fresh, how are you going to take tonight and move forward in your term when it comes to addressing gun violence among such young children? This is the youngest we've seen in a very long time.
Yes. So right now it's still raw right now, but I will tell you is there's going to be a full after action, not internally of the city council, the school board, and others. But we are going to ensure that we have the right steps and policies so this doesn't happen again.
Mayor, do you believe in metal detectors in schools? Do you believe in it?
Yeah, I'm going to let the school board and superintendent talk about that. Yeah. Anything else? Perfect. Thank you.
So it was said, you know, that this is a dark day for Newport News, and that was said by the mayor, Philip Jones. He's a Marine veteran who, at just 33 years old, just took office as the youngest elected mayor in the city's history. He said, "We're going to learn from this. We're going to come back stronger." And I can only hope that he is right. This is a sad, sad thing. And I feel so bad for all those children and that teacher. Oh, it's just awful. Awful. And until I hear more news, I feel bad for the little boy's parents. But we have to look into that background. We don't know. Is there domestic violence? There's got to be a very good explanation for this, especially on who he got it from, where he got it from. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless, head on a swivel at all times, and teach your children the same.